Okay, so I do not want to do a relationship reading. So that's exactly what I'm going to do because I don't make decisions based on fear, and that's kind of how I'm feeling. A little bit of dread too, but I'm afraid that if I start doing relationship readings and then I'm going to get stuck in them, and I just like don't want to do that. So I don't want to be afraid of relationship readings, so I'm just going to go ahead and intend on doing one, and we'll see what happens. Let's get over that fear. Actually, I want to start with this Lover's Oracle. There's like, I don't know, it's like 100 cards in here. And I'm not even going to say it. I'm not even going to say it. Just, they kind of are, some of these cards trigger me a bit. I get kind of annoyed by some of them. We'll see what comes out though. We'll see. Okay, what are we going to start off with here? What is the starting point in this relationship that we're going to be talking about? Got two coming out here. I am stuck in visions of us together, and I don't know where to start. I don't know where to start. That kind of makes me feel like somebody who wants to rekindle something from a distant past, like that two people were together before, and then they went their separate ways, and they're still thinking about that person. And they're like, I don't know where to start in reconnecting that with that person because my life has changed so much. It's kind of sweet, actually. Okay, let's see. I think this is like a romance oracle. I think that's what this is. Let's see. Codependency. Addictions are affecting your romantic life. Is that what caused the separation before? And now that you have a different life, now that you've healed, you've worked on yourself, and you want to return to that relationship to see if it can be a healthy relationship. I'm being pulled in a completely different direction now with that card. Like somebody coming towards you who is stuck in a codependent pattern, and they're like, I can't stop thinking about you. They can't let you go. I don't know where to start. Let's pull this. Let's get some clarification here. Which direction am I going? Why am I being pulled two different ways? Maybe that's where both of you are. One of you has done a lot of work and is wondering if the other person has also done work, and that person has not done the work. That seems to be the way that it goes, doesn't it? Only one person is willing to show up and do the work in a relationship. It happens a lot. It says, I like you. Someone likes you. Romance is blooming. Fun flirting. Want to date. Yeah, okay. All right, we're going to need a little more than that. Thank you. Separation. Sadness, missing you, thinking about you, yearning, unsure of future. Somebody wants to get back together with you. Yeah, okay. Okay, so we know that that's... All right, let's isolate this codependency here. Are we talking about somebody who's put in the work, or somebody who thinks that they have but haven't, or just telling you? I want to get a tarot here. Okay, what can you tell me about this other person? I'm assuming that you, the viewer of this, is the one who has put in the work. We don't know yet about this other person. I mean, maybe you haven't, but I don't know. The devil. Okay, the devil is a representation of codependency. I think this person is not healed. They have not solved these relationship problems. They're still carrying them around. I want to know more about you, though. You're far more important in this situation. The person who's stuck, like, there's nothing there to share. Like, it's the same energy. Whatever it was that you walked away from is still the same. How have you changed? How have you grown? Speak to yourself with kindness. Well, that is quite a way to grow. That's beautiful. That is so hard. Like when you're not used to it. Become aware of how you speak to yourself. Yeah, that's how you've changed. You're being kinder to yourself, more fair. Yeah, this codependency, that sunrise, it's kind of like far away, but it's not out of her reach. She went for it. She went for that sun, the happiness, the warmth of self-love. Let's see. I want one of these little pathway cards here. These are usually pretty inspiring, and I'm feeling drawn to that energy because of the sun here. If you're new to my channel, so am I. 2 weeks ago, I had no intentions of doing tarot online, but I've been called to, and I am stepping up. So deeper. You are not finished. You are not yet done. Dig deeper and deeper. The best is to come. Hold on. Hold on. So you are on a healing journey, and however incredible you feel now, it's going to get better and better. As long as you don't fall back into this junk, this trap here. All right, let's see. What moves us further away from that trap? What's going to move us further and further away? Oh, look at this. Let's see. Here and now, being present. This immediately is making me think of how easy it is to get trapped in happy memories of someone, like, and remembering only the good parts of the relationship. That's a trap, because they were few and far between. Yeah, I would say try to avoid that. What else is going to move us further away from this? Write bullet points if you have to. If you know you have a tendency to like reminisce and get like lost in those kinds of memories, write yourself a bullet point. And as soon as you, okay, something that works for me, if I have like this mental pattern that I know that I go down and it leads to somewhere I don't want to be, or feelings I don't want to be stuck in, I have like something that I wrote that I will read to get me back out of that. And sometimes it'll be directions, and it could be, for me, like if I get stuck in this analysis paralysis where I can't make decisions, it will literally be make one decision, even if it's throw something away, and it doesn't matter what it is. So you can do that for yourself, and it will help you keep your mind in a place that you want it to be and not let you spiral down and into that alley. Treasure Island. Yeah, stay focused on the future. I would just be careful of going down that nostalgia, the memory lane. Like if that person, like if you don't have a choice but to communicate with them, like say they suddenly start working at your workplace or whatever it is, or if they are at family get-togethers because you have children together and they start reminiscing about the past, you don't have to like engage with that. You can stay future focused. What else can you tell us about this relationship? We get coughing. We get cough. She's in a sardine can. My goodness. Yeah, so with the progress that you made and how good you're feeling now, don't overlook how happy you are now in comparison to what you were when you were probably in the thick of this relationship. If part of you still feels like you're grieving the loss of this relationship, there's a need for separation here, and not. I was guilty of this once, and it turned out to be a big mistake. This is why I'm saying, like, this memory of mine is being brought up to share with you. I was in a really unhealthy relationship with somebody who was narcissistic, and they used all of my honesty and my willingness to be vulnerable with people to manipulate me psychologically. And in sharing, my experience of grief after the relationship, I should have cut communication completely, but in doing that, it opened the door for them to like wiggle their way back into my life, and I really regret doing that. I didn't understand that I was like giving that person a roadmap into how to like, shove that door, like put their foot in the door and like crack it back open. I didn't understand I was doing that. So it's important not to seek any sort of comfort from that that person in that relationship that you just left into. If you're going to lean into connection, look elsewhere for that connection. Often in that relationship, it also goes kind of along with codependency here, but just also like that toxic abusive relationship where that person causes you emotional pain and then you turn to them to help you feel better. I was definitely stuck in that. So yeah, that's being brought up. I feel that's important for someone. This is saying like, be careful of telling this person, I cried all night last night. Like you don't need to give them that. I think it's important to recognize how important that information is of yours, and you have every right to guard that information. Lost lands, soul memories. You've done this before. This might be a karmic pattern for you, karmic relationship pattern. But you have a chance to end that, to set it down and walk away from it now. It's a great opportunity to free yourself from that. The golden children, inner child tenderness, innocence, rare gifts. Soul memory and gifts, rare gifts. What are these gifts? I want to know what these gifts are. I got a dog staring at me. My buddy. Somebody's long lost pet is probably thinking about him somewhere. Too much. I don't want like 7 cards. Just one, please. Just one, please. Thank you. Black jaguar. Old soul. Yeah, we have soul memories and gifts, rare gifts, soul memories and gifts, old soul. Walk through life with confidence and grace. You have power from beyond the world. Focus on what you really want. You can create your dreams. We have great power. This black jaguar is this is a representation of your power to manifest your future. What are we going to be manifesting into our future, please? I'm hearing no. Okay, no, not that. Go here. What are we manifesting into our future? Four of Cups. I'm not settling, that's for sure. Five of Pentacles. No. We're manifesting out of this. Yeah, this is what we're manifesting out of. Something that is... We're at 5-5 here. Yeah, okay, so we're manifesting a relationship that doesn't leave us in a state of lacking, and it doesn't leave us in a state of grief, and we don't feel like we're settling. We're manifesting out of that karmic pattern. So that's great. It means that you're open to whatever comes after that. Is just you deciding what you don't want in a relationship, and you being open to whatever the universe has to bring in. That's actually quite healthy. It's quite healthy. It doesn't hurt to say, you know, I do specifically want these things, though. You are allowed to do that. You're allowed to decide what you want. But setting boundaries and say, I'm not going backwards into these patterns, that's excellent. We get something that we are manifesting. Not a negative here. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, so you are keeping an open mind. You're just saying not that. You're saying not that. Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Maybe there is someone you have your eye on. Maybe there's somebody you're curious about. Let's see there. You are enough. You do not have to give more. Yeah. A relationship that's right for you isn't going to make you feel like you're not enough. Because the people that make us feel like, the people that want us to feel like we're not enough, they're trying to fill an emptiness inside of themselves that's not our responsibility to fill. I'm being drawn to these birds up here, these crows. They're messengers. Let's get a crow message. Something out of here too, because it was sitting right there with them. What do the crows have to say? Just real quick. I say real quick. I meant for this to be about 10 minutes. Now we're going on 20. It'll be less when I end it. Night. Night. I'm drawn to how closely these, like, the energy of this is. You do not have to give more. You do not have to give more in night. This is like very much closing out that chapter, closing out that karmic cycle and manifesting something new. There's a lot of dark cards here, just dark in color. Okay, let's see. There's one more here. There's one more message in here for you. I feel this deck is calling to this reading here. Okay. Illuminated vision. Imagine your dreams infused with divine light, unfolding with grace. I reach my full potential. This paint color, this energy, this feels like self-love to me. That color, a pinkish red color. You know, the universe is working with you to bring into your life something that's more balanced, something that values you, someone who is whole, somebody who sees themselves as whole and isn't seeking to use you to fill an emptiness. Yeah, you just need to keep your eyes on the future. Yeah, keep an open mind. Or good. Just don't get sucked down memory lane. You'll be all right.